floating in space, hoping to land. Roll with the universe, go with the plan. Meteor shower, I'm making it rain. Counting my blessings like grains of sand. Counting the weight to make a band, but the money don't make a man. Sanitize, I shake your hand. Capitalize when you take your land. Enterprise, they don't understand. I am the business, I am the brand. Using my hands, I am a man. Using my mind, I'm making a stand. Hearing them talk, not giving a damn. They told me I couldn't, they told me I can't. Making my mark, I'm leaving my stamp. I'm holding it down like gravity. Floating like a star, so you know that I'll never come down. Just wanna be free. Watch me rotate as the world spins round and round. We blame the gravity. Hold me down to the ground. Gravity got me spinning round and round, round and round. Making the move, playing the part, flowing the groove, I move like a shark. I can see niggas is faking their art. Honestly, dog, is breaking my heart. Game of the life, I'm playing it smart. Eyes on the prize, I aim like a dart. They're hating together, I'm standing apart. Watching my growth, look at my chart. This is my art, this is my soul. The things that I've seen, you don't even know. The pain that I carry is helping me grow. The things that I heard, the lies that were told. Letting it flow, the tears that I shed. Voices I hear, the fears in my head. Harvest the garden, I'm counting my bread. I'm living the dream, I'm sleeping, I'm dead. Gravity. Floating like a star, so you know that I'll never come down. Just wanna be free. Watch me rotate as the world spins round and round. We blame the gravity. Hold me down to the ground. Gravity got me spinning round and round, round and round. Gravity.
Okay, sorry about that. It's your boy Jaron Ikner here. Had to start a little bit later because I had to go find my phone real quick. But I digress. Welcome to the Heat Check with your boy Jaron Ikner. That is me, multimedia artist for 20 years. I have like 8 studio albums. I've managed artists. I've curated festivals. I've scored films and put out feature films. I have put together almost 700 plus showcases, and yeah, I do a lot of things. And you're watching the Heat Check live on my channel, Starstruck Multimedia, which is essentially my label and my business, my multimedia engine. Do all kinds of fun stuff through that. And so, I'm going to listen to y'all's music tonight. This is episode, I think 11 of the Heat Check. And it was pretty cool because we're actually approaching 300 submissions on this show so far. Also, I got started a little bit late on the submissions today because I thought I was going to be going to go shoot today. And I wasn't going to do the Heat Check tonight. And so it got pushed back, and then the shoot got canceled. So I was like, well, I might as well hop on here and listen to y'all's music. So if you want to submit your music, you can do that via Nero. There's a link in the description. You can submit your music via that. And I think so far we have 12 submissions, which is an honest amount considering that I just opened up the submissions like 2 hours ago. So, let me take a quick look here, and we'll get into it. Like I said, if you want to submit your music, use the link. I'm trying to get people to do that. For some reason, people don't want to submit. I think a lot of it has to do with the AI clause that I put in the questionnaire. I think that's scaring off a lot of people. And that's fine. I would prefer to do shorter shows and give deeper feedback than trying to rush through a bunch of people. Even but usually I try to go no longer than 3 hours. But for me, the ideal amount is probably about like 90 minutes. Yeah, like 90 minutes. And that's about like 15 to 20 songs. Like that's like that an ideal show for me. If we get a bunch of submissions, I'm gonna listen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. But with all that said, let's go ahead. Sorry, I'm a little hungry right now, so I'm trying to eat. We'll go ahead and get into this first track. The artist is named Wild Corver. Hang on, all right. The description says Wild Corver.
Writing like the pen got trauma. I work hard, no time for some drama. Pressure make the ink hit different. My brain wired different. See, in my mind I've been thinking in some fractal patterns. Got my thoughts thinking scattered. I don't rap, bitch, I'm the architect, and every bar is a mirror. Reflection on your ass, if the shoe fits, wear it. Niggas want the glow without the late nights. Working hard, I don't understand it. I've been nice, just never loud enough for some lazy ears. And if it's smoke in the air, I turn the air into a diagram. Plotting the points of impact, every angle where I stand. I'm the man, I don't chase a wave, I build a current. And you just ride the surface. I'm just speaking in alignment. They rhyme for the clout. See, I rhyme just to shift my environment. I can never dumb it down. Make the message lose its weight. See, I'd rather make him wait. That's no debate.
Okay, so initial thoughts are that the mix is pretty rough. I know in your description, I accidentally pressed play before I got to read the description. The description says, Wild Clover is a raw, independent, voice-blending, perspective-based visual art, daily freestyles, and unfiltered emotion. Hold on, let me read that sentence again. Wild Clover is a raw, independent, voice-blending, perspective-based visual art, daily freestyles, and unfiltered emotion. So that sentence doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. I understand what you're trying to say. From Where's Wild, the visual experience, to the mixtape, he turns real life into sound. Hunger, growth, and vision in motion. Cool. So my initial thought is that it sounds a little bit too raw. Like it sounds unmixed, like just straight up unmixed. Like you haven't like touched the vocals. You could definitely clean up the vocals and make them a little bit brighter and maybe trim some of the mud off of them. And then maybe do a little bit of compression so it sits in the beat instead of like outside the beat because it sounds very on top. That's just on the mix. If we're talking about the rapping itself, it's okay. It sounds a lot more abstract than I would like, in the sense that you have like bars that don't necessarily rhyme. You're doing like, instead of like A, B, right, ram style, you're doing like A, B, B, C, B, and then go back to A, which, you know, a lot of rappers do that when it's like a lot more complicated with the flow. But the flow is not too complicated. Like you're actually kind of like a little underwhelming in that department. And I think the best way to remedy that, we're gonna listen to a little bit more here, but I think the best way to remedy that would be to like try to diversify the flow a little bit. Like, cause there's a lot of open space in the flow is what I mean, is that there's a lot of pauses and like space where you're just like, we could be filling that with something. But let's keep listening though to make sure that what I'm saying is actually true.
Remember days I ain't have food on my plate. Every syllable position like piece on the board. I don't move without a reason. And niggas reaching for the crown that was never fit to where they head. And I was building a kingdom in my mind in the darkness.
So I'm in the comments, and shout out to Try with the Nebula. He says that the music's way louder than your voice. I actually feel like it's the opposite. Like I feel like his voice is way too loud. But he also has that soul sample with the vocals on top of it. So like that's actually pretty loud, and it's clashing with his vocals, and his vocals definitely need a better blend. Like you just probably need to go in there and do some surgical EQing to like maybe do some dips in the 200 to 500 range on the sample itself to give your vocals some room to breathe, but you also need to brighten up the vocals a little bit too, for sure. For sure. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more because I think there's only, we'll keep listening.
Without the headlight, every move quiet, but the echoes is loud. I just need to sound greater. In my mind, that's a fractal split. Mind slip. Every loss is a lesson.
Yeah, so like you have these open beats, these open spaces in your rap that like could be filled with something. And I know that maybe that's just like your rap style, maybe that's just how you rap, like you have a lot of open space, but it sounds like almost like you're trying to think of the next word to say, like it's a freestyle. Now, excuse me, if this is a freestyle, dope, cool, I appreciate it, but it feels like there just needs a lot more work on it. Like I definitely would work on the mix more. I'm not sure if you recorded it yourself or someone else recorded it, but spend some time getting those vocals a little bit brighter. One thing that helps when it comes to that is like using reference tracks. So listening to like an artist that you think you sound like or that you admire or whose songs you really like, and using that like dead ass, like putting it in your DAW with the rest of the song and trying to match the levels and match like the certain frequencies and the sounds. There's a variety of ways that you can do that. One plugin that I actually highly recommend, I actually just started using this maybe like a couple months ago. I think it's called Span, S-P-A-N. And what it does, it shows you all the frequencies of the song. You can put like on your master track or put it on your vocals or whatever, but you can put it on your master track and it'll show you all the frequencies of the song. And you can like isolate each frequency as you need to, which gives you like a lot more visual aid in terms of like seeing where you're seeing the spikes and where you're seeing the loudness. It's a really, really useful app. I've been using it like a lot. So go check it out. It's S-P-A-N. Throw that into your DAW while you're mixing, and you can actually probably be able to visualize a little bit better what you're working with there. It's better than my voice. I have it too loud. Gotcha. Thank you for that. I probably just need to turn this down a little bit. Let's see. We're going to play a little bit more of it, just to test that. Actually, no, I don't really have any more feedback. We're going to keep it moving. But I appreciate the submission, Wild Cobra. Make sure you follow the Heat Check. Keep submitting. And I'm going to actually give you a follow on Instagram. I'm trying to be a little bit more community-based because like some of the feedback I've been getting is that like, well, you're reviewing songs, but you're not like doing anything. You're just giving feedback. And it's like, all right, well, I'll start following people. I want to keep this going as long as possible. I realize a lot of that comes down to sitting down and building a community. So anyways, gave you a follow on Instagram, so I appreciate you doing that. Submit your music. Let's move on to the next one, who is Travel Through the Nebula, who is a frequent submitter to the Heat Check, which is greatly appreciated. He also used our feature that we have called Extended Play. This is funny because you probably submitted like a long ass song, huh? I bet you did. Oh, he submitted a 10-minute song. We're listening to the whole thing. Get prepared for it. So this track's called The Last Transmission, from a frequent submitter. He's in the comments right now. His name is Travel Through the Nebula. And I really love all of his submissions that he sent on the show. Extremely talented dude who has like these really great soundscapes that he creates through his music. Like I always comment saying that his music should be in films and video games and the like. And that tends to be like what he submits. It's always instrumental. There's not really like any vocals on it. But it's a really talented dude. He's from Sweden. Actually, according to your bio, you're from, let's see, Vaxholm. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Vaxholm, Sweden. Make sure y'all check him out, especially if you're like a film producer or like someone that's looking for music. In that sense, like scores. If you're like a music supervisor and you need some music for a TV show, hit up Travel Through the Nebula, man. He's got some work on there. But we're gonna listen to the song. He used the super submission feature that forces me to listen to the entire song. He used extended play 10 minutes. So we're listening to this. I'm gonna vibe out with this and I'll tap in with feedback as we go along. So let's get into it. This song's called Last Transmission. And I'll actually be pushing this link while I'm listening to it. That's probably what I'll be doing. So I know I said this before, maybe about your song. Actually, no, I've reviewed so many songs at this point, but I know I've mentioned this album on the stream before, but it makes me think of Incubus's "A Crow Left a Murder," which is one of my like all-time favorite albums, just in terms of like bands that make music, because like it has these very ethereal sounds to them, and it's kind of like dark and very moody. I've been making a lot of beats lately. I've been trying to actually, I'll have some beat packs coming out here soon, by the way. And I'll probably be dropping beats here on this channel. And I'm working on a couple of sample packs too, featuring like drum kits that I use. But I digress. I've been working a lot with like minor chords on my beats lately. I've been really like diving into minor chords and just like, I don't know, kind of emo vibes, I guess. But like I've always been a fan of this like dark, ethereal minor chords that like kind of make you feel something in your gut, and that's like the vibe that I get from this track in particular. Let's keep listening though. I'm really loving that guitar. It has like a very like 90s kind of tone to it. When I say 90s, I mean like it feels like, I feel like I talked about this on the show before too. Like we are, I think there was like a point in time where like the most sought after thing in music was the guitar solo. I would say like probably like in the 80s, like leading into the 90s, like you had like artists like Slash and like, I don't know, Eric Clapton and all these people who were just like, the guitar solo was like the best part of the song, and people look forward most to the guitar solo. There's plenty of examples I can't think of off the top of my head, but I feel like that's like definitely like a dying thing where you just have the guitar be like the star of the song. This is like songs with like vocals on them, right? But this song doesn't even have any vocals, so the guitar is like definitely the most interesting thing that like has the most variation and is kind of like telling the story the most throughout the song. And I'm really liking the work on here. Very good guitar work. Shot. I'm really enjoying this build-up. This is like a very, very good build-up. It's extremely cinematic, which I mean, like, that's like your lane. Like, I know I've told you this on pretty much every single submission, but every time I hear your music, it's like I visualize how it would be used in a film. Like your music lends very well to visualization. I don't know if you have like a YouTube channel, but and I think I might have suggested this before, but like I feel like if you had a YouTube channel and you just put all your shit out, even just like tracks like this, like a 10-minute long banger on YouTube, but then like try to target like people who listen to movie soundtracks or like lo-fi. I used to listen to a lot of lo-fi like in the background when I was working. It actually does a very good job of keeping you stimulated, like in the same way like classical music does. I think that you would find a very cool pocket in that lane. Let's keep listening to the rest of your song though, man. Oh wait, what did I just do here? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you said you started your 24-hour stream? That's cool. Let me go look at your page while I'm listening to the rest of this song. I'll give you a follow. Oops, shit. So yeah, I mean, even like as I'm doing this show live, like your music like just kind of put me in the zone. I'm like, hold on, let me do a couple things over here. I have to adjust the chat window. So we got the chat window up, I think now, to where you can now see your chats live on the screen. It's not perfect, but it will improve with time as I get better at streaming. But anyways, this song, like I said, you make really cool music. And I love that you went ahead and made a 24/7 channel. Like I said, I really think that like if you just let that shit run and, you know, push it obviously a little bit, but like maybe make sure you have the right hashtags, or not the hashtags, but the YouTube tags, like lo-fi, soundtrack. There's like YouTube tag generators that you can use that will help you with that. That'll help get a lot more traffic to your page. I'll even push it on my page a little bit because I know a lot of people who are into lo-fi. I actually had a lo-fi channel for a while, but I don't like making lo-fi music, so it's kind of stressful to maintain. But the soundtrack lane you definitely have on lock. I really like the music that you submit. Like, you're by far one of my favorite submitters on the Heat Check, because like I look forward to your music because it's a journey, man. You make some cool like journey style music. That good like. This the name of this song's called Last Transmission. You got Pictures of Space. I know Project Hail Mary is a really popular movie that's out right now. This song will probably fit perfectly in the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I think this song would fit perfectly in a movie like that, like these space odyssey, space western type of films. That's where this particular song would belong. Yeah, but thank you for the submission. Let me go ahead and get through the rest of these. It might be a short night tonight. We're not getting any more submissions right now, which honestly, that's cool, man. I can spend more time. So up next is Cultivated Mind from Zach Fuchsius. Let's get it. Is it gonna play? Let's see. I use this new feature on here that lets people submit multiple different types of media links. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work in my favor right now or not. And I don't know how much effort I'm going to put into this. Let me see. Oh dear. Okay, so let's see if we can just. I'll go ahead and search for it on YouTube since I'm a nice guy. See if we can find it real quick on here. Zach Fuchsius. I spelled it wrong. How did I spell his name? Fucius. Fucius. Sounds called Cultivated Mind. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to review this song because I can't find it. The link that you submitted broke. It's a broken link. So it does not work. And when I try to search for it, it does not pop up. So unfortunately, we will have to skip this song. If you are watching Zach, let me see. Actually, let me check your Instagram real quick. See if you got something on your Instagram I can listen to real quick. Let me see. Not really. No, not really. Okay, well, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I mean, if you're watching Zach, submit again. I'll be on here for another hour or two at least, so you can try and just submit again. Or if you didn't catch the live stream, just submit again next week. I don't really have much to say about that other than, I guess, double check the links. I don't know why it's not working, honestly. And I'm not going to dive too deep into it. I'm going to keep it moving. So up next is Blue Jay Morales. The description says, it's a rage song that doesn't sound like anything. Okay. Let's do it. Is it doubling? Why is that just the song? Is this from the movie Carrie? I think this is a clip from the movie Carrie. Is that what he submitted here? Am I just watching this? No, this is the actual song. I think. I don't even know what's going on right now. This is definitely a clip from Carrie, though. The movie Carrie. So he has the movie, the scene where she goes all crazy and starts wilding out. Oh. Oh shit, it shows it on the screen. That's cool. Didn't know that. So I will say it's definitely interesting. I will say that I think that while you think that your sound is particularly unique, this is like the current wave right now amongst the kids. Like my kid would probably like enjoy this song more than other songs. Like I don't even know what like the genre is called or like what the lane is called, but like it's mostly like the heavy synth video game sound over like crunchy, like distorted kind of beats. Usually the artist is singing with auto-tune on there. That's like there's a whole wave, and like I didn't even try to like touch that genre like musically when I don't know how to make songs like that. Like I guess I say I never tried. I probably could if I really wanted to, but like it's definitely a sound for a younger generation. Like I think that most people over the age of like 25 are not listening to this music on a regular basis. It definitely has like a rebellious like teenage energy behind it. So I am curious to know like how old you are, Blue Jay, if you do happen to see this. I'm curious to know what your age is. I'm curious to know if you're under the age of 25 or not, because I feel like if anybody over the age of 30 for sure is just like, I'm about to be 42 and I'm just like, I appreciate it because I appreciate all music, but it's just not for me in terms of like something I would listen to on a regular basis. But it's definitely interesting music for sure. Let's listen to more.
You cannot fight it. I guess you had to learn to love it. Yeah, you had to learn to love it. Yeah, you say it gets toxic. Yeah, you know you cannot fight it. I guess you had to learn to love it. Yeah, you had to learn to love it. Yeah.
She responded and said no.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool edit too. I like the usage of the carry footage. The mix is kind of wild because like with that heavy synthesizer that you got in there, it's really hard to hear some of the lyrics that you're saying. And that's like part of the genre though. Like you could be saying anything, honestly. A lot of it is the auto-tune kind of like rage sound to it. Like I guess that's even the genre is like kind of like this rage music. That's mostly like propelled by younger kids for sure. Like I said, my son would probably be into that type of song from the music that I know that he listens to. He would dig this song a lot more than I would. He's 14. And I think about like when I was 14 years old, like how rebellious and how new hip hop felt. Especially like as it was like approaching mainstream, like you had like a lot of innovative artists that were coming out at the time when I was 14. Like when I was 14, who was popping? Like DMX was a big one when I was 14. And like he was propelled by rage and anger, and like he really like helped a lot of youth and a lot of kids like process some things through his music. And I kind of feel like that's what this current genre of music is like doing too, is really like propelling and providing outlets for kids to like kind of have some solace in this crazy ass world that we're in. Anyway, and keep it moving. Up next is Shock Contender. Soul, funk, and genre full album available on all streaming platforms. Okay. Let me see here. You guys are listening to the Heat Check tonight. This is episode 11, I think. And let's see who's shot.
What am I thinking? The voice up there, you just don't know how it feels from time to time. It's up to you
So, couple of thoughts so far. I actually really like the production on this. I like that it has like that kind of like 80s like pop new jack. Like the first thoughts that came to my head were like Billy Ocean, or maybe even like some Michael Jackson, like that kind of vibe to it. And then when I went to read your bio, you said that in your bio, let me just read the bio. It says UK-based soul, jazz, funk, and fusion artist, shock contender, fronted by visionary bassist and vocalist Leif Tavender, heavily influenced by early British funk groups like Jamiroquai and Level 42. And then there's a bunch of other words. And then you also go on and say, featuring soulful vocals influenced by Stevie Wonder, which, that's kind of like definitely how you're singing on here. It's like some Stevie Wonder kind of like tone. Michael McDonald, Daryl Hall. The groove-driven songwriting is largely inspired by Earth, Wind, and Fire, which I could hear that. Toto, for sure. And classic AOR West Coast Records. This latest project is highly written, recorded, and produced and performed solo, combining live field instrumentation with melodic synth work and deep pocket slap bass lines at the forefront. Yeah, I mean, it's solid work, man. Like, it's actually some pretty really good work in terms of the production aspect of it. I think that the feedback I would give you, the constructive feedback, is that the vocals sound a little roomy. Like, you have a lot of reverb on your voice, and so it makes your voice sound like kind of distant, in that you're in a big room. And I think that if you're trying to do like the Stevie Wonder route, like I was saying earlier with the Travel Through the Nebulous song about how, like, the vocals tend to be the lead of a song unless it's like a guitar or another instrument that's featured. If you're trying to do like the Stevie Wonder thing, the vocals are critical. I think that you are nailing everything else, though. I think that sonically the song is doing what you need it to do in terms of like hitting that genre and that lane. And there's definitely a lane for this. I think a lot of people are craving like a lot like more retro style, like older music. And so you could definitely find that lane, and it definitely would be an older audience for sure. But then with that said, I think that the vocals have to be the star. The production is really, really good, and I think that's important too, but the vocals need to shine on here. For sure. Let's listen to a little bit more though.
While our phones dictate the space, through our minds the screen takes place. The time has come, we've had enough. Heard the time, we're rising up. The generations just won't wait. To our mistakes, our elders made. I've been down this road before, yet I've never learned from that.
Yeah, I think the vocals are a little weak. I think the vocals need to feel louder and more full. Like they feel like a little thin, and they feel like they're a little hollow. Like you said, like you're in a big ass room, like yelling into the mic across the room. That's what it sounds like. I need the vocals to be more up front, which is funny because most of the time when I'm giving advice on these shows, it's like the opposite, where the vocals are too loud. Turn these vocals up a little bit. Let that voice shine a little bit. You could benefit from a little bit of Melodyne and a little bit, or auto-tune, whatever your preferred pitch corrector is, because there's a couple of notes that come off a little rough. And that might just be due to like maybe more practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, or doing it enough times to where you're hitting those notes like dead on. But I think this is actually a really cool song. I think that it does a good job of reminding me of a certain era of music, like that funk, kind of like funk pop music of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it does remind me of the artists that you mentioned. But I think if you want to put yourself in the same caliber category, we gotta get those vocals up. We gotta make sure that you're hitting them notes, that they're louder, that we feel the power and we feel the soul in your voice. You compare yourself to Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai has this very like silky voice that really like makes the song, right? I almost kind of feel like with your vocals in the current state, they're not the highlight of the song. The highlight of the song is definitely the production. So I would say go to your engineer, if you're doing this all yourself, maybe do another pass on it and get those vocals up maybe a couple decibels and try to, like, obviously you don't want them too loud, but you want to turn down your reverb and get your vocals up. That would be what I would suggest on that. Thank you for submitting to the heat check, and let's keep it moving. Up next is Banks. It just says Banks, so we're just gonna play it. Bet. Let's go. Desperate featuring Deli Everyday, who's a homie of mine, actually. So it is doing some weird doubling thing here. I think what's happening is I actually don't know why it's doing that. Let me do this though. I'm fine energy. Go away when we'll do this. I'm fine energy. Go away when the lights dim down. Cause she don't need love. Just someone who won't leave. She say she independent, but desperate not to be lonely. I see the patterns and the pauses when you say my name. You treat your heart like a lease, month to month, no trust. I give you heart, give you soul, but your tone don't change. You going through it on your own, but keep your heart on hush. You say you heal, but you flinch every time I get too close. Call it protecting your peace, girl, you doing the most. Love the idea of love, just not the weight it brings. Want someone for the silence, not the questions in between. And I feel you, to be honest. Been through some shit, we all have. We all got our ups and downs. I feel it. Yeah. Say you heal. Every time I get too close, call it protecting your peace. Love the idea of love, just not the weight it brings. Want someone for the silence, not the questions in between. She say she good on her own. Okay. But she hate the night shift. Yeah. So, I like the production, and I like the theme. I like the lyrics. I mean, obviously, there's not really anything I don't like about the song, but it's not like blowing my mind. But I do like some things about it. Like, I do like the production. I do like even the artwork is pretty cool. I like the vocal textures and the usage of autotune to kind of give you a little bit of personality, like, and you kind of have this raspy tone to your voice, which I really enjoy. I think that's pretty cool. It gives you kind of a little bit of like separation from other people who are using the autotune. Let's listen to more though, because I see that there's other people on the song. It's only 2 minutes long. Oh, damn, I'm fine energy. Go away when the lights dim down. Cause she don't need love. Just someone who won't leave. She say she independent, but desperate not to be lonely.
Look, I really pray this message find you well. Got a question, when the last time you put time into yourself? Spending money on your health and designer on her belt. Well, heart up on her sleeve, cause she got it all herself, and I respect that. Can't imagine what it took to get that. You really hate your ex and want some get back, I get that. My only advice is have patience, cause when it come to love, you can't move with desperation. You just gotta follow all your intuitions, lean into your heart to make decisions. Nothing wrong with trying something different, like me for instance. You want me but don't need me, and I understand, and you fine. Really though, you fine as hell. I just pray this message find you well, and I hope you're doing better for yourself. It's every day.
Dope. So yeah, the rapper on there actually know very well. I've worked with them quite a few times. Well, a few times. I booked him for a few shows, and I think we have a song together. Or he hopped on a song with one of my artists when I was managing artists. But that's Deli Everyday. Deli Everyday is actually most known for making a song every single day for a year straight. It's pretty cool. He's also done a bunch of other stuff, including like having he has a song on what are the NBA 2Ks? I think it was like 2K19, 2K20. I don't remember which one it was, but he got a song on one of those video games and got sync licensing on that. And he's a really good rapper. He's actually like one of my favorite rappers in Phoenix. So you got a good rapper on your track to kind of really help complement this song and kind of give it a lot more life. I think that this is a solid track. I think that it's not like single worthy. Like I wouldn't put this out as a single or like do like a video treatment or anything like that. But I would put it like on an album. I think it does a good job on an album. It fits well on an album, especially if the album is about relationships or something like that, like thematically. I think this song would do well on there. It's good enough for an album, but I wouldn't do it as a single. The beat's cool. I think it's JP beats on there. It kind of sounds like a Drake beat, like something like Drake would rap over. But that's not a bad thing. But that's like what it makes you think of is like Drake, which, you know, he's one of the most successful artists of all time. So that's what I think about that. Anywho, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Up next is David Miller. New single just released on Friday. I performed vocals, guitar, and bass. Sean Rule played the drums. Bet. I really want to use this video feature, but it seems to be doing this double thing. And once again, this is not working either. Huh. Nero's tripping, man. Nero's tripping. Hold on a second. He just said that it's David Miller. Like, there's no context as to what this song is. Hold on a second. I wonder if I can actually do this. Like, if I look at the cue. Actually, maybe if I go to... Sorry, I'm talking out loud while trying to figure out this shit live. If we go to our session and then we go to here, it's David Miller. I can go and look at he sent a YouTube playlist. That's why it's not working. Dogs. Okay, so the song's called Dogs. Let's go. David Miller.
Here we walk with our past behind us, and we knew what was wrong. Always knew it would catch up to us, but not this fast and this strong. Push your out that whiskey, say you got store crack. Once you go so far, it's so hard to get back. And I'm tired of this game. We're all tired.
Yeah, I'm mad at this song right now. I think that like it captures a certain era for sure. Like there seems to be a theme going on here with like people doing these like throwback retro nostalgic style music. Like this song reminds me of a late 80s rock and roll track. Even your vocal inflections and how you sing the song sounds like almost like dude from Pearl Jam. Am I thinking Pearl Jam? Who's the lead singer of not Pearl Jam? It's hold on. Okay, I used to know my music history, but then I started smoking weed. Pearl Jam. It's not Pearl Jam. Maybe I'm thinking about Pearl Jam. Let me see. No, it's not Eddie Vedder. I mean, kinda. but I was thinking more like Def Leppard, but also like not. Sorry, I might be helping very well. Sammy Hagar kind of vibe. Like you have like this like intense white dude tone. I think all the names that I mentioned kind of fit in that. Van Halen, that's what I'm thinking about. Sammy Hagar's the lead singer of Van Halen, and that's basically what I was thinking about was Van Halen. Your vocal tones have these like very strong like Van Halen inflections that are like really appreciated. I like it so far. Let's listen. Oops, that's not the right button. Shit. Let's listen to some more though. Go. What up? What's up, Smooth? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Smooth Lit. Thanks for joining the Heat Check. If you got some music you can submit, there's a link in the description, and I will get to you soon. But I gotta finish listening to the rest of these songs. So let's finish listening to Dogs by David Miller.
Do you lies of liberation from your pulpit of guilt? Cards were all stacked against us from the deck that you built. If you keep stepping on us, well, there will come a day we will rise up against you and your uncaring way. And I'm tired of this game. We're all tired.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think this song does give me like Van Halen, like Def Leppard, like this like big hair band rock sound, which is funny because you're bald. Is what it is. But that's like what it is. You're definitely older too, I can tell from your photo. But yeah, it definitely gives like this like really cool rock vibes. And I appreciate that. So thank you for your submission. We're gonna keep it moving. We got another comment. Yo, I'm coming up on your playlist to say what up. Let you know I'm also from Phoenix, but currently out in Charlotte, North Carolina. What's up, man? Arizona. I'm actually originally from Tucson. Moved up to Phoenix about 14 years ago to raise my kid, who's 14. And I just had a show in Tucson actually like a couple days ago. So I'll be posting a blog from that show on this channel, hopefully. The next couple days, I gotta go in there and edit it. But anyways, let's keep it moving. We're on the Heat Check. We are live. And there's plenty more music. We got a few more submissions coming in for sure. Up next is Key S. This is his debut single. Lit. If I press play, is he gonna do the double thing? Let's see.
Maybe I'll just take my time.
Maybe if I press play down
I'll
here.
just take my time.
No. I don't know why it does the double thing when I play it through Nero. I really like the fact that it shows the video on the thing, but we just gotta listen to it straight up because
Maybe let it simmer slow.
there's some kind of weird doubling thing. I don't know what that's about. I think I can. Actually, I think I actually know why it does that. Now that I think about it. But I don't have time to fix it, so we're just gonna listen to it here. This is original.
Maybe I'll just take my time. Maybe I'll just take my time. Oh, maybe let it simmer slow. Maybe let the flame burn low. Fried like the grease that's been popping in the skillet. I got third-degree burns, but still standing in the kitchen. Pain in the pot, my anxiety been simmering. Add a dash of anger and a sprinkle of depression. Stir it all together, check the trauma in the crock pot. Secrets in the oven, let the truth rise to the top. 7 herbs and spices, here my recipe now. You scalded your tongue cause the shit was too hot. Brain, saute, skillet, mind, thoughts, loud, silent, vibe, eyes, low, altitude, room, spin, latitude, blunt, lit, fuse, short, spark, thoughts, new, torch, still sharp, blade, edge, calm, storm, chaos, led, my
The song is sick so far. This is really dope. I really like the beat. I like your flow. I like your vocal textures. I like everything about it except when I go look at your Instagram page, there's not a single thing about you. You only have one post on your page. There's an AI photo of you. I was immediately hooked by the song. I was like, oh, this is a cool artist. Like, it kind of gave me like some Doechii kind of vibes, maybe like even like some No Name kind of vibes. And I was like, this is dope. I want to know more about this artist. And then when I go click on your thing, I don't see anything. And it's like, well, that's super disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna roll out the debut single, this is your debut single, which I completely understand. I get it. But it's like, we need to know who you are, what you look like, etc. So what your life is like. The artist is, I think, Butterfly Chaos is I think what she's trying to do there. But it's BUTFL Chaos. Born onto trauma, forged love. Key as one soul is apparently her entire rap name. But Butterfly Chaos is the thing. Like I said, I like so far for me this is song of the night. But what sucks about this is that I don't know. There's no other information about you. So I mean, like, you got to work on the rollout. If you need some help, like if you just need some insight on like how to get your song out, and like hit me up. I do that for a living. But I do want to hear more of this song. Let's listen to more of it, please.
fried, but the focus still surgical. Rolling up the blunt, yeah, it's time to go vertical. Thoughts in the cloud, but the bar's still critical. Smoke in the air, but I'm thinking analytical. Life tried cooking me down to residual. Still in the fire, the glow unmistakable. Chef in the kitchen, yeah, my flavor impeccable. Serving each bar like some food at a festival. Mind fried, vision clear, smoke rise, atmosphere. Eyes low, stars near, thoughts flowed, disappear, flame high, still here, heat rise.
The vocals sound a little rough too. Like it's the levels are fine. It's like the actual quality of the microphone sounds pretty low. Like it sounds like you're recording it on a cheap microphone or maybe even like your phone. That's like what it sounds like in terms of like the actual quality of like the sonics of your voice. But this song has like a lot of potential. Like I said, as soon as I heard the beat and I heard you rapping on it, I'm like, okay, who's this? And I think that if you had visuals lined up and you had like a campaign where you're dropping reels and dropping clips from this content, let me see what the chorus is like on this song. Is there a chorus in this song? Hold on, let's just listen to the rest of it real quick.
No fear, chef mode, gears shift, bars served, hot dish. Maybe I'll just take my time. Maybe I'll just take my time. Oh, maybe let it simmer slow. Maybe let the flame burn low. Maybe I'll just breathe tonight. Maybe I'ma be alright. Oh, maybe I'll just take my time. I know that I'll be just fine. Oh, maybe I'll just take my time. Maybe I'll just take my time. Oh, maybe let it simmer slow. Maybe let the flame burn low. Maybe I'll just breathe tonight. Maybe I'ma be alright. Oh, maybe I'll just take my time. I know that I'll be just fine. Oh.
That song's tight. That's a really sick song, man. I just think it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I think you need to re-record it in a professional studio, get those vocals sounding like crisp, get yourself some really good visuals. Even it actually doesn't even have to be really good visuals, just visuals in general, because I have no idea what you look like. You don't have any like presence online to also to make me gravitate towards you more as an artist. And like the song is good, so it's like even if you like put this out on TikTok, like I would even take the clip and do like some TikToks with that. But if you went viral on TikTok, you don't have a platform for people to find you at. So what you need to do is get your website together, get your branding together, like where you have like a logo or whatever, do a photo shoot, and a music video, and during that music video you get enough content to where you could have 5 to 10 reels to start off with, and you post some shits every other day for like 2 weeks with that song attached to it, and your numbers will probably balloon pretty quickly because the song is solid. And I think with that chorus, you would catch a lot of people who were just kind of scrolling if your visuals were enticing enough. So do all that. I think that song has a lot of potential behind it. So please do all that. I'd like to hear more from you. Let's keep moving though. Up next is It's Malik. Is it doing the double things? It is. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I do that, would that solve the doubling problem? Oh, it does. I fixed it. Oh, wait. What happened? Oh, I can't exit out. I have to watch it. The sound of the car is too loud. That is distracting as hell. Like you got this car like zooming by this little vroom, and it's like it's a part of the beat, but it's very loud. It needs to be turned down a little bit. It almost like overpowers your voice, and it's like a distraction. Okay, so the production is pretty cool. You guys can't hear any of the music playing though when I do that, so only I can hear it when I do that. Hold on, I didn't realize you guys weren't able to hear it. And during that music video, 1 second here. Let me look at some shit real quick. Let me review some shit. Okay, so you definitely weren't able to hear the music. Okay. Oh fuck. I guess I gotta do it this way then. I'll just play it through the actual link. Nero's tripping, basically. They gotta fix that, and maybe it's something on my end, but it's cool. We can run it back. It's cool.
When I hit the
We can run it back.
Listen to them pipes, bitch. When I hit the gas, them hoes be on my dick every time I roll past. I know you hear them pipes, bitch. When I hit the gas, them hoes be on my dick every time I roll past. Just listen to them pipes, bitch. When I hit the gas, them hoes be on my dick every time I roll past. I know you hear them pipes, bitch. When I hit the gas, them hoes be on my dick every time I roll past. Might catch me in a Chevy on the highway, I be speeding. Candy apple red paint, look like the car bleed. We don't do the speed limit plate, catch me if you can. If the police jump behind me, hit the gas, left his ass.
Yeah, so I was just saying, give you guys a chance to listen to it since apparently the audio wasn't coming through properly. My initial thoughts were the fact that the car noise is too loud. The room that's like part of the beat is just, there's too much room. You need to turn down the room a little bit, put your vocals on top of that room instead of it being drowned out. The beat's interesting. It kind of has like almost like that Memphis. Is D Pharrell from Memphis? Before I say Memphis, I don't even know where the fuck they're from. I'm not sure if you guys remember the band D Pharrell. They're the ones who did Laffy Taffy, and you had the whole snap movement going on. They're from Atlanta. It has that kind of like bop to it, like that snap kind of roll to it. Like this song would go very hard 20 years ago. I don't want to say that as a diss, but you know, DFL and Laffy Taffy came out in 2005, and their hit single Laffy Taffy, they peaked in 2006. Hit number 1 in 2006, January. And so like if this song came out then, it would fit the atmosphere of like what's popular in hip hop for sure. I think that the rapping is solid. It's not like mind blowing, but it's solid rapping. I really like the beat. The beat's like kind of has like this dark, like menacing kind of vibe to it that I really rock with. But I think that the song overall kind of has like I said, the song would do a lot better 20 years ago than it would now. Let's listen to some more though. So.
About them loud pipes, make them more sweater than when they engine start vibrating, have them going super saiyan. Wet paint and loud pipe, how the Carolinas ride. When you hear that, you know we outside. Pull up at the club, had the hoes like who that? I ain't gotta do no talking, all you do is read my tag. My car gang crazy, thinking need to see a dog. Way the pipes, it be wanna sound like Phantom of the Opera. Name should be Marco, I'm the king in the street. Know you hear the 415s, cause I keep me some beat. Car be hitting so loud, ain't no need to even creep. I'm on either new way.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to know where these artists are from. They're definitely from the South. They might be from Atlanta. Actually, let me see. Did it give me an Instagram link? Let's look at their Instagram real quick. Let's give them a little gander. The rappers call it It's Malik 1226 Tommy Plump. That's what I'm seeing on his page, and it does not say where he's from, but he does have a Facebook link, which is kind of dating me a little bit because a lot of artists do not use Facebook. Although you should be using Facebook a lot more often, especially Facebook groups. You can definitely get your music into some situations there. He's from North Carolina, NC, North Carolina. So that's cool. I think that his sound represents his area where he's from. He's definitely a product of his environment. And I think that with the track in general, it's enjoyable enough, but it's not something that's like the current vibe. And I'm not listening to like what's hot. I'm listening to what I like. I like the track. But I guess I'm also, for my marketing brain, it's like there's a lane for this music for sure. There's definitely plenty of people who will listen to this song and put it and bump it in their whip while they're going to work or whatever. So it's just a matter about finding the right audience for it, for sure. Yeah, he's from the Carolinas. Sticky Bugatti. He's from the Carolinas. So dope. Let's see here. Sticky Bugatti, you're next. And your track is let me see here. Let's read your description. Bomb Squad Records LLC, Key Master Media Group. Bet. Let's get it. The song's called Miss Me.
All that talk out your neck. This enough shit. Miss me with all that. Miss me all that talk out your neck. That's enough shit. Miss me with all that. Miss me all.
The beat's crazy. The beat is crazy. It says you wrote, recorded, produced, engineered, mixed, and mastered everything Todd Sticky Bugatti Lytle for Bomb Squad Records. This is snapping so far. I haven't even heard the raps yet, but the beat is crazy. Sounds great. Good job so far.
All of that fuck shit. Miss me with all of that fuck shit. All that talk out with your neck, that's enough shit. I was really outside in the rough, bitch. You was only outside for fun pics. Miss me with all of that fuck shit. I'm sticky with all of that buck shit. Hollows hung on the drum kit. You don't really want none of this conflict. You just typed up, hyped up, bluff kid. I was piped up, nice, got rugged. Had to bite dust, white blood. Dug it to the side, I stared to a mugshot public. I don't do subs, I see subtitles, every word underlined in the bent Bible. You a IG threat, I'm a real life rival. You a screenshot cap, I'm a headline title. Big body, people got slide through. Watch shoes, lane switch, make the sky move. You just dry loose, dry views, dry news. I got dry to the crack through the typhoon. Talk tough, but you wavering stutter. Heart rate jump when you face with the gut. I ain't chasing the color, I'm erasing the cover. See the truth in your eyes when you breaking in front of us. Look, miss me with all of that fuck shit. All that talk, got your necks enough shit. I was really outside in the rough, bitch. You was only outside for the fun pics. Miss me with all of that fuck shit. I'm sticky with all of that buck shit. Yeah. Hollows hung on the drum kit. You don't really want none of this conflict. You ain't built for the bitch, it's a mascot. I was in the back block back.
Okay, so I actually really like the song a lot. I think that you got some cool bars. I like your flow on here. I like your vocal textures. I like the tone of your voice. The beat's smacking, and I mean the mix is clean. I think the only issue that I would give like constructively is that we want the chorus to be bigger chorus, because you're rapping like when we go into the chorus or to the hook, your vocal tones and your inflections basically stay the same, and there's a little bit of dynamicness there, but you would benefit from like throwing an extra layer on there, like another round, maybe even 2 layers of your vocals, and panning them out to give you like a stereo effect, one on your left, one on your right, with your main vocals in the middle. Pan them out a little bit just to give it a little bit bigger sound on the chorus in separation from the verses. The verses are snapping though. You got a flow. I'm liking, like, I like the production the most. That's like the thing that stands out to me. Like, it's very just clean, made my face crunch up type of beat. When the face crunches up, that means the beat is good. But let's listen to some more though.
Full of bad thoughts, she was in a group chat, brag on a hashtag. I was trying to move past tag, toe black bag. Every scar on my skin got a backstory. Every win that I get, put it back for me. You just act gory, act for the rap glory. I just cracked 40 days with the wrath on me. I don't rap threats, I recite facts. Every line like a knife in a tight rack. You take cats, but spine on slight laps. I slide past like flash, then your life lapse. They step in some beat up souls. See friends turn fiends over kilo souls. Seen kids get clipped for a hero role. So I don't hear lick from a widow troll. Nah. Miss me with all of that fuck shit. All that talk out your neck, that's enough shit. I was really outside in the rough, bitch. You was only outside for fun pics.
Like you should maybe not even like do like a full vocal run on it, but just do like some backups on the ends of the words of the chorus, just to give it, and maybe throw like a slight reverb or maybe like a little delay on there, just to give it a little bit more body and life. Otherwise, this song is great. One of the best songs of the night so far. I appreciate the submission, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Let's see. Smooth, you're asking me to play your song before other people. There's a skip feature that you can use. I'm not telling you to pay me, but what I'm saying is that there are 2 songs ahead of you. They got here first. I do it in order of people submitting, so unfortunately you will have to wait at least probably like another like 10-15 minutes. Let's see. Up next is Carl Ellis, an artist out of Moreno, California. Let's do this, put that there, and let's get it. Listen to the Heat Check with Jaron Ikner. Make sure you go check out my album, Wishes Never Perfect, though. It's out now, wishesneverperfect.com. There's a link in the description. Also follow me. I'm trying to get to 5,000 fucking followers on this website, on this stupid website. Let's go. Oh shit, I had it on mute. Let's go. Boom.
Cali, back. Ill effect. Nigga. Smooth pimpin'. Let go. Whoa. LA to the IE, fuck with me. Doing what we doing 7 days a week. Smoking OG, sipping Henny, and living free. From the side of Foxdale, come fuck with me. LA to the IE, fuck with me. Doing what we doing 7 days a week. Smoking OG, sipping Henny, and living free. From the side of Foxdale, come fuck with me. Cali fat, kick it back. Fuck with me, get double tap. Don't be afraid to tap in with a cat. Build a stack. Born in the city, raised in the IE. From South Central to Mobile, real soldiers behind me. Putting in work, they get that bread from the bakery. Pack right bankroll, fat chuck with muscle memory. Born in Kaiser, on Venice, and Cadillac, respectfully. Don't try to squad, cause we don't forgive easily. Born riding on 10 east to 60 west. From Adams to Sunny Me, we stay locked with the best. Cream of the crop, plain and close to the vest. Only cheap, 30%, a higher never stress. Now from bad bitches and palm trees to mountains in the desert. Figaro with a baseline, whatever's clever. Will I ever stay down? That's always never, nigga. From the trenches, only grinding just to get these figures. LA to the IE, fuck with me. Doing what we doing 7 days a week.
Love the beat. I love the beat. I like the flow. I like your voice. I like the way that you are coming on the beat. I think the vocals could be a little bit cleaner. I don't know why I keep saying that everybody's shit, but because we're all independent artists and my vocals aren't the cleanest. But I'm just pointing out like where I would improve the song would be maybe a deeper bass line too, because the only time we really get like a lot on the low end is when the kick comes in. We could benefit from a little bit deeper bass, and then clean up the vocals. And I like the theme. You know what I'm saying, from LA to the Inland Empire. I fuck with that. Your sound represents that area. I'm wondering what your social media is looking like. Let's take a look. Cali Fats IE. I'm on your Instagram page. You got some followers. You got some things going on here. You got some posts. You seem to be pretty active. Yeah, man. It looks like you're doing your thing, man. This is a solid track. I just think that we need a little bit deeper bass. And even as I listen to it, we'll listen to it a little bit more here.
Smoking OG, sipping Henny, and living free. From the side of Foxdale, come fuck with me. LA to the IE, fuck with me.
Now, I'm kind of tripping about the bass part. The bass is there. Honestly, like, it's just that the vocals could be a little bit brighter. That's basically it. And, like, I know earlier, I forget who submitted some music, but reference tracks help a lot in terms of, like, emulating a sound that is, like, more mainstream. Like, putting on some GNX, Kendrick Lamar track, Peekaboo, or something like that, and putting it at the bottom of your mix and trying to match the sounds vocally by doing some EQing and some mastering. That would be what I would do with this song. It's like, just give it another pass and make it a little bit brighter. But this is a solid track. This is a solid track. Good shit. Good shit. I'm gonna keep it moving though. Up next is Rhea Jean Schumacher. Big name, big name. Song's called Second Chances. And yeah.
The system played me so wrong. They gave me a first degree murder, locked me up, and threw away the key. Every day of 30 years was a gift the system gave me, sent me to hell in a pit of insanity. Snakes and crazies, world was so cold, I swore I'd never have, baby. Stone cold to the pain, I focused every day to find a way out. About 12 years later, the judge sat before me, withered and broken, beat down but determined. Shocked when they freed me, a girl died at 17. I never went to prom, never got to be with my family. Walked out at 28, the world, my friends, my loved ones, all unfamiliar to me. Cell phones, what's that? Debit cards, that shit's whack. Frustrated, scared, shaking, she steps back. The world so big, the doors all slammed tight. She stood tall, refused to cry, and chose to live right. Humble in arms, sacrificed all, willing to do anything, refusing to fall. She climbed as she lived, she fought, and
Okay, so thoughts. I had to find her because she didn't send a link to her music, but I found her page. So she's actually a writer, producer, entrepreneur, and does a bunch of other stuff. And the first thing on her page says, arrested and convicted of murder at 17 years old. Rhea Jean Schumacher tells the account of the murder, arrested and conviction. And then she talks about this book that she wrote, and she's making music, so therefore. And I appreciate that. The reason why I bring this all up is because the thing I appreciated the most about the song when I was listening to it was the storytelling. It's an interesting story that I was hearing. You could tell that she's been through some things, and I was like, let me take a look at this chick. She's got some things going on here that seems pretty cool. I like the world building that she's doing. I like that she has a story to tell that she wants to share with the world. I think when it comes to music itself, the music itself is fine, but the biggest issue that I'm running into is that it's a little wordy. Like she's trying to cram a lot of words into these verses because she's trying to tell this story, right? So she's and it's like it's a lot. It's like the opposite. It's like literally the exact opposite of the first song that was submitted here on tonight's episode, where there was a lot of space and I needed more words. This song has a little bit too many words, which, you know, I guess warrants multiple listens, but like I want to be able to like really like absorb the story wholly. But there's an interesting world that she's building here, and I think that there's a lot of potential. I think her vocals are great. I think that there's a lot of AI going on here on her page a little bit in terms of like her marketing, which, you know, that is what it is. But she does have her universe set up in terms of her branding from like her website. She's got her YouTube channel up. She has several 100,000 followers on her Facebook and her Instagram. So she has a universe that she's created, and it seems that she's diving into the rock world. I'm not mad at the song. Like I said, I just think it's a little wordy. I don't really know how you would fix that. If you're trying to cram all these words into your story, then that's what you got to do. But I think the quality is good. I think that there's nothing really standing out to me that gives like negative feedback, like on the mix or anything like that. I think that it's a decent song all around. And I'll keep it at that. Just thank you, Rhea, for submitting your music. We're going to go ahead and keep moving. Up next is Smooth LJ. He's 16 years old. He just started making music. Big bet. Let me do this. Click there. Go here. Do this. And then we will play it.
Ever had a feeling that you're that close to losing your
mind? I'm a grind, taking my time, taking what's mine, keep it in mind. I ain't even in my prime. Critics telling me what I can't do and what I can't be. Too young to be in this industry. That I can't rap, that I can't spit. Stand no chance, so you gotta quit. Yeah, what were you doing at 16? Keep telling me what I can't do, but I come back like I'm a critic fiend. I like the critics, I like the hate. Keep driving me, I don't fade away. I'm back, I wasn't gone long. Now tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me that I can't get rich, that I can't get kids, that I can't put ice all up on my wrist, that I won't do shit, that I might as well quit. The time that I put in, I'll never make it hit. I like hearing that. Make a song and I come back. Keep telling me what my song lacks. Make a new one and pick up the slack. Yeah, I don't hate critics for real. Why? They like a coach for real. Okay, tell me what I can do better for real. Facts. They pay me for real. Stupid.
Okay, so I'll say this. You actually rap pretty well for a 16-year-old. You actually rap really well for a 16-year-old. Like when I was 16 years old, I wasn't rapping that well. So you got that going for you. My question is, why do you have so many haters at age 16? This song's about like your critics and haters and stuff. Who is hating on you? Is it your peers? Is it like your classmates and stuff like that? Because if they are, they're stupid, because you definitely have talent. I don't know if you made the beat or not. I don't know where the production comes from, but the beat is pretty darn good. I think that you have a lot of potential. I think that the thing that is a little off-putting is that your vocal tone sounds a little bored. Like you're rapping like this, we could benefit from a little bit more energy in the vocals, but the beat's smacking. Like I said, you rap better than I was rapping at age 16. That's for sure. You have an idea how you want to approach your songs in terms of like your vocal, like the song, like you have a theme to your music, but it seems to be haters. And you, okay, what you say? You said people I share music with and people at school. So your classmates. Fine. I would say keep grinding. I would say maybe start doing some showcases. I don't know what options you have as a 16-year-old, but like open mics. Because what's going to end up happening is that, especially like when you start to approach like 18 and become an adult, if you stick with this, those same people who are hating on you are going to be all over your dick by when you're out there popping and doing shows in the streets. Trust me on this, because I did the same exact thing. Like I started making music when I started making music when I was 9, but like when in high school, I started making rap songs when I was 14 years old. And I kind of dealt with the same thing where I was like, oh, you know, you're trying to be a rapper, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then your songs, blah, blah, blah. Got mad hate. But I just did a show a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people from my high school, not a lot, but a few people from my high school pulled up. Same people who were kind of like doubting me. And keep in mind, I'm 42 fucking years old. So I've been around for a long time. So, but the reason why I'm able to garner that respect is because I didn't give up. And the fact that you're like writing songs for the haters already and you're already addressing them is kind of wild. Because I think at this point, you really just need to cultivate your story and your journey and like share that journey with people. I don't know what your other music is like and what other songs you have in your catalog. But, you know, if you're making music for your peers, then you might be able to circumvent some of the haters that way by making music that's a little bit more relatable. Making a song talking shit about the people who are hating on you is only going to make you hate you more, right? So a lot of it's just about understanding your demographic and like what your audience really wants to listen to, because if they don't like your songs, then they're not your audience. But like I said, you got some bars, man. You can rap for your age. Let's listen to a little bit more though, for show.
Funny, huh? How you my biggest fan? Keep coming back for more. You eating out my hand. You flex your cars, your girls, your bank account. Sad, how you flex that? That's how you get your clout, huh? Like when you get stuck, you use that as money. He tells you you can do it and that you make it out and keep working, buddy. That ain't how life works. He ain't gonna wipe your nose when it gets bloody. Gotta be prepared when it gets muddy. This ain't gambling, you can't get lucky. Mine, I'm a grind.
So I'm reading on my phone right now, not to make this like a news channel, but I'm reading right now that apparently Offset, the rapper, has been shot. Now, is he shot and killed? I don't know. I'm literally just reading about this in real time. And I know that this is not that kind of show, but if you are a rapper, you might care about this. So it says Offset is hospitalized in Florida. He's stable and being closely monitored. Lots of words. You guys can look it up. I'm just giving you the news because if you're watching this, you might not be paying attention to what's going on. But I just got the news that Offset was shot, and we'll keep that posted. What I do, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. But let's keep listening to the music. You said they always say my other songs are too depressing and sad, but it's my sorry. Okay. Let's unpack that a little bit. So I get that, because people listen to music for a few different reasons. One of those reasons, well, the reasons usually come down to like to have a good time, or to feel that release and get solace and express themselves, or have that expression and connection. But then also people to just be listening to music just as background noise, especially nowadays, right? And I'm not saying you should be making background noise music. I think that you should continue to make those songs that are depressing and sad. But if that's the case, then you shouldn't be sharing them with people who don't resonate with that. Like if you're going through your own issues, like mental health issues. Like, so let me give you an example of my own personal story here. So part of the reason why I even started making music as an artist at 9 years old was because my father actually committed suicide when I was 8. And obviously that's a very traumatic thing for an 8-year-old to go through. And so I found music as a way to really like let my emotions flow in a safe and productive way. So a lot of my early songs, a lot of my early music was really on some like, either on some like hopeless romantic love songs or on some like depressive type shit, like some depression. And it wasn't until like I got into high school that I started to like really expand my musical palettes a little bit. But that's also because of the negative feedback that I was receiving from my music, where people are like, oh, these songs are too sad, or no one wants to hear your love songs. And so I started making like songs that like people would like want to dance to and had like catchy hooks and stuff like that. But I didn't I didn't stop making the other songs. I still continued to do that. But the reason why I did that is because I wanted my peers to accept me. And so I did start playing talent shows, and I did start doing a variety of different like events and stuff like that to get my music heard. But the songs that I was playing at those shows were for the audience that was intended. So like these songs were not songs about my father. They weren't songs about my depression. There were songs about having a good time and partying and doing so forth. And so if you want to navigate your career as an artist and your goal is to make money and do what you have to do, then part of those things you have to do will be catering to audiences. And so understanding who your audience, who your intended audience is probably the most important thing that you can do as an artist, is know who you're making music for. And there's an audience for every song. You know what I'm saying? It just might not be your classmates. But thanks to the power of the internet, you're able to find your like-minded individuals who will probably gravitate towards your songs and give you that boost. You being 16 years old with this much talent is actually pretty cool. I think that you should continue to cultivate it. I think you should continue to hone your craft, because who knows, man? Who knows? Those same people who are hating on you might pull up to your show in 5 or 6 years. So keep going, man. Keep going. We got one more song to listen to. At this point, we'll see if more. We got 2 more songs to listen to. Up next is Reese. The song is called I Am. No, the song is called Sneaky Link. How come y'all don't be putting your song titles in the submissions? It's getting it all wrong. Anyways, here we go. My first initial thoughts is that your kick is way too loud. That kick that comes in is distorted and it's loud as fuck. Everything else is like at a nice even level, but then you got this boom, boom, boom kick coming in, and it's a little bit too loud. Also, the intro is way too long. I think your intro is like 30 seconds, which, you know, back in the day is fine, but with the attention spans and like you got to get in it quickly. But so far, like, I think the song itself is great.
Crazy cause it feels amazing. She finished with tears all in her eyes, wondering if this'll be the last time. Can we cuddle all night till the daytime? Walk away like everything will just be fine. See you with another man on the path by.
Yeah, the kick is the loudest thing in the song.
Remember what I did to the men's size. No surprise that he put a ring on his finger. I think, did you show him all the things I taught you? Damn, are you really walking down an altar? But you my sneaky link, yeah, my little freak. 50 shades of gray, this could be danger. But you pass me by like a complete stranger. That's why when I get in it, baby, I'ma fuck you like I miss you, baby. I'ma let you touch it, let it drive you crazy. Call me daddy with a whistle, baby.
Vocals got really weak right here in this area. I don't know what happened here. And the vocals weren't coming in strong throughout the song, but they got way weak right here. It sounds like you need to double up the layers or turn up the gain a little bit.
Yeah, I know it feels amazing. I'ma fuck you like you miss you, baby. I'ma let you touch it, let it drive you crazy. Call me daddy with a whisper, baby. Biting on you, yeah, I know it feels amazing. Temptation in the air, you know you loving it. Love it when you call out my government. When you wear that red dress right there. Love it when you bend over right there. Yeah, they never found out the real you. And all the freaky shit that you like to do. Screaming love it, girl, with my tongue near. Biting on your lips, it's an easy pain. Say my name, baby girl, baby, say my name. This shit.
Yeah, I think like the best feedback I could give you for this particular song is to take it to an engineer. There's a good song underneath the not so good mix. Like I said, your kick is very, very loud, and it's like loud to the point of distortion. So we need to turn the kick down. We need to get your vocals up. We need to get the vocals a little bit cleaner, and we need to have some more dynamicness on the hook, to where like we have like some distinction, because your hook actually comes in weaker than your verses. Don't know why that's the case, but that's the best way to do this. We just take this to an engineer, because it sounds like you recorded this all yourself, which is fine. I record my own music, but when it comes to recording your own music, a lot of it is time spent. Like the more time you put into the mix, the better it comes out. Typically, that's not always the case, but the more time you put into the mix, the better it takes. So you could either, sit here and put more time into it. Once again, use reference tracks, which seems to be the theme of tonight. Is reference this against another Drake song, or sorry, not another Drake song, but like a Drake song from Scorpion, Diss 2, because that's what it sounds like, a song that would be on Scorpion Diss 2. And use it as a reference point to get your vocals in that pocket, and then turn down that kick significantly, because the kick is extremely loud. Like everything else is like here, and it just boom, boom, just cuts through the beat, and it's distorted and it's loud. So that's like what stands out to me the most and what I would fix. But thank you for the submission. We got one more song. This song is called, I don't know what it's called, Gandeheim. Several genres in 2 languages. What the fuck? All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's do several genres in 2 different languages. Oh, it's a Bandcamp link, which means I have to pick something. Okay. Let's do Conclave. That looks cool. Gandenheim. Gandhi Man. Totally saying his name wrong. Gandhi Man.
Where smoke ascends and truth collides, 1,000 hands both scarred and wise hold keys to kingdoms veiled in lies. From war-torn dust to gilded thrones, they bear the weight of blood and bones, the whispered pleas of distant homes, where justice flickers barely known. Oh, how does love breathe?
Hold on a second. Let me listen to another song.
En el surco de la tierra se escucha un
to reach permanent ecstasies. Every day, every hour, then love again.
Okay, yeah, I like the second song a lot better than the first song. The first song gave me like kind of like Disney Prince vibes, and a lot of it had to do with your vocals, and it almost kind of felt like it's recorded very clean, to the point where I was suspicious and I'm like, this might be AI. But then that's why I listened to this other song, High Ecstasy, and I really was focusing on your vocals, and I can hear the inflections, I can hear your breaths, I can hear these things, and the production is not as good, but the song definitely is a bop. It's a little bop. It's a bop.
Then love again.
This is a fun little track. I think that song has a lot of potential. I think that song would be very useful. Like, it has like this very worldly sound to it. You're from Mexico, by the way. I should mention that this artist is from Mexico, and you could feel that in the music. At least that song. The other song I said sounded like some Disney Prince type shit. This song sounds very cool. Like, I could see this, like, it's like almost like a soundtrack to like a vacation commercial, like a cruise commercial. Like, it has those kind of vibes to it. Very good stuff. Solid production all around. And we're gonna listen to a little bit more before we wrap it up for tonight.
Then love again.
Yeah, solid production on that song. I like what you did with that track. I think that it's impressive. I'm impressed by it. Like, it gives me vibes of, like I said, like I'm going on vacation in Spain. I got my girl in my car. We're driving with the top down through some mountains, maybe through like Italy or something. It has these very like worldly vibes to it. The production is very clean. The vocals are very clean. This is a good song all around, man. Thank you for the submission. And it's a very good way to end the heat check tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate everybody who listened to or watched the heat check tonight. We'll be back again next Monday with another session where we listen to your music live. And yeah, make sure you follow the page, Star Trek Multimedia. Go check out my album out now, Wishes Are Never Perfect. You can go to my website, wishesneverperfect.com, to listen to the album, watch the film, read the book, or get the app. We're on a quest to hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Currently, we are at sorry, my connection's going slow now. We're at 4,931. So if you're watching this, do me a favor, hit subscribe, etc. and so forth, so we can go ahead and break through 5,000. I don't know what I'm going to do at 5,000. Maybe I'll throw a rave or something. I don't know. But I'll see you all next week. I'm getting up out of here. Peace out. Later.
Floating in space, hoping to land. Roll with the universe, go with the plan. Meteor shower, I'm making it rain. Counting my blessings like grains of sand. Counting the weight to make a band. But